Me. Set test. Set test. Set test.
Ooh, I missed my cue. See, I went to go answer a message and I missed my cue altogether. Mic check 1, mic check 2. I think you can hear me pretty good. Yay! All right, let's switch her over. And we're always on a tour when we start up. Good morning, good people. Paul, the handsome one here and here, and here's actually what is this? Yay! April 5th. Let's switch her over. I'm gonna turn that off. It's April 5th. Good morning, good people. 7:19 in the morning on the 5th of April. A little rainy on the outside. Well, April 5th. A lot rainy on the outside. I'm gonna turn that off. I forgot to eat my vegetables for dinner last night, so I snuck a bowl of broccoli, pepper and butter over to the studio this morning. Kind of use it as a breakfast starter pack.
Workplaces have evolved. Employees are accessing business-critical applications anywhere, anytime. But the approach to managing application access has remained the same, opening up companies to security risks. Portnox's conditional access for applications ensures ironclad access control and mitigates risk 24/7. Activate passwordless authentication, endpoint risk posture assessment, and automated endpoint remediation across your entire SaaS and on-prem application suite. Now available with Portnox Cloud.
To remove 475 from downtown Flint. To reclaim
This is Carvana. And so is this. And this is how you can sell us your car. Visit Carvana, enter your license plate or VIN, answer a few questions, and our powerful technology will give you a real offer in seconds. Then set a time for us to pick it up and pay you on the spot. Ooh, that's Carvana. Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
There we go. I'm going to zoom her out. No, we're going to resume. We're going to zoom her out.
On the spot. Ooh, that's Carvana. Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
There we go. Thread leg. Zoom her out. Boom. All right, this is 475. Zoom her out. Center her
On the spot. Ooh, that's Carvana. Sell your car the easy way
So
with
now,
Carvana.
I would have to assume that they want the area from this exchange. Now, I would have to assume, I think, Court Street, right here. That'll let the expressway still, 69 still be able to get to whatever we create. So my first thought was just the underground tunnel. Why not just take this baby and put it underground? Court Street. You know, they could build concrete walls, and they put a concrete cap on it, and then a rubber cap on it, and then you put grass on it. So my first thought was just the underground tunnel. Drainage and all that kind of stuff. Why not just take this? So this is how we look at it. You know, they could put concrete walls, and they put a concrete cap. This is accurate for Flint. Know that for sure. This is still drawing the roads Flint. Okay, so none of the buildings, none of our entities are shown here. The hospitals are in the wrong place, the universities are in the wrong place. And I am eating butter brown. Know that for sure. This is still drawing the roads Flint. We got a couple more bites left. None of the buildings, none of the. And I'll stop being rude. Entities are shown here. The hospitals are in the wrong place. The universities are delicious. And I am eating butter brown. Know that. Around 200 years ago. A couple more bites left. A little more kind of stop here. It was around 200 years ago, and I know what butter was. Good morning, how are you? I can't eat a bite without this one. It was around 200 years ago, and I know what butter was. You a broccoli baby or not? I can't eat. It appears that So, yeah. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, but before we can do this, I am going to save, and I'm going to title this one Good to know. Good to know. Yeah. Alright, but before we can do this, put it on the card. I'm going to save. It thinks it's front seat 15. I'm going to change that too. Go here. So now with that done, the easiest thing to do, which the hardest thing for me to do, was to sync that highway. It was difficult. So we'll go from here. So now with that done, the easiest thing to do, the hardest thing for me to do, was to sync that highway. I think that's far enough out town. Nah, I think we probably went too far. I think we went too far. Let's come to. Alright, so I think that's far enough out town. Nah, just about past Kearney Street. I think we went too far. That and that. So now it should be as simple as going over the landscaping and leveling. What's going on there? What is this? Color new. Color up. Oh, I don't know what that road is. What's going on? It's a legit Flint. Let's see. It's a what that road is. It's going on to legit Flint. Definitely know what that is too. Yeah. Alright, so we got those two connected. We got this two going to ground. Two. All right. I like it. All right, now let's see this. Level him up. I know that dog didn't leave you any, sir. Two. All right. I like it. Level him up. I know that dog didn't leave you any, sir. Why can't I make that pretty? Why can't I make that pretty?
Well, hello people, and welcome back to part 59 of Thessia, our Australian-inspired modded CS1 build. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks for being so supportive of the return of Thessia. You guys really enjoyed the last episode. And today I wanted to return to some industrial happenings. The port of Thessia is currently unfinished, and this is home to some of my favourite builds in the city. Of course, we have the view from the bridge. At the cargo harbour itself is one of my favourites. I think I've ever done is the coal plant over here too, alongside the naval sort of marine base facility that we've strung together as well. So a real kind of mix of kind of port facilities, if you like, and we've got a bit of a space right in the middle of all this where it all just kind of needs tying together. So for this, I thought a rail yard would be perfect. Shout out to Bad Wolf over in the Discord with my golden egg patrons as well. I've helped me scout out a little bit of rail yard inspiration on the outskirts of Perth Airport. Just some simple straight lines with warehouse facilities and the maintenance and service areas for various different bits of industry, factories, other kind of warehouses, and just general sort of industrial kind of wasteland. It's my grassland too at the same time around this area. So a few different themes to tie together here. Straight lines with warehouse facilities and the maintenance and service areas for various different bits of industry, factories, other kind of warehouses, and just general sort of industrial kind of wasteland. It's my grassland too at the same time around this area. So coming back through, we know there's tools parallel function as well to start actually creating the ladder system on the rail yard. Which I do know a little bit about the ladder systems in terms of how they should connect and interchange with each other after years of building these railroads. Well, I'm sure the train police will still be triggered regardless, but it ends up turning out pretty nicely. And the network multi-tool is just incredible. I also use a little bit of network skins alongside network multi-tool here as well, just to remove some of the electrical overhead cables, I think they're called catenaries, are they? I'm not sure. Catenaries, whatever you call them. Off of the overheads because they were starting to clash into each other and then sort of disconnect the rails. So network skins, really good mod. We'd love to see that return for CS2 at some point. But now it's starting to actually align the train cars. Now we'll talk about this a little bit later in the episode as well. But there's very much kind of a coal off of ore and general kind of natural earth minerals sort of industry in Thessia, especially the pit mine. That's on the north side of the island. Again, shout out to Bad Wolf for kind of saying that these tracks in Perth actually carry a lot of coal trains to the north of Australia, where there are a lot of pit mines. So that kind of happily ties into Thessia as well, because if you do follow the tracks north from here, you do end up at the kind of super deep pit mines that we set up again a few months ago now. So it's been hot minutes as we're playing Thessia consistently.
Hi, I'm Brett. And I'm Jonathan. This is Darla. And this is Buddy. We're the founders of the Farmer's Dog.
We've made an entirely new way to feed your dogs.
It all started with my first dog, Jada. I got Jada in my early 20s.
And I'm just love at first sight.
She was the most adorable, smart dog. But personally, was just constantly a problem. It all started. Nothing seemed to help her. Until a vet recommended that I started home cooking for her.
All of her issues went away. Her life changed. So Brett started going down this journey of looking into what is dog food, how is it made.
Kibble can be made with ingredients that would be illegal to sell to a human for consumption, then turned into a powder using extreme heat, extruded into the brown balls we all know, and then sprayed with nutrients and palatants so the dogs will actually eat it.
We were told kibble was the best thing you could feed your dog.
Premium beef for a natural diet.
Turns out, it wasn't. We were told all the food was real meat and vegetables. That's also not true.
I think we all know as human beings that eating highly processed food every single day of our lives is not ideal for our health. But pet food being highly processed was just the status quo.
So we decided, let's change it. Let's take the decades of pet food research and the understanding of what nutrients dogs need, use that, but avoid the excess processing. Then the question was, how do we make food that's fresh, healthy, and convenient, but do it for every dog across the country? So we decided that was like a tough challenge. Take the decades of pet food research. So we thought we really need to get somebody who knows dog nutrition, but avoid the excess.
We had watched a seminar with Dr. Lockschlag, and I said to Jonathan, we need to get a guy.
I was like, okay, I'll call him.
To be honest with you, Jonathan called, and he called again. Just said, you guys have an interesting idea, something that's revolutionary in the dog food world, and if you can pull this off, you'll have a whole new way of feeding dogs.
We ask a few questions about your dog, and we develop a personalized meal plan with the right amount of calories to keep them at a healthy weight. And our customers know that we don't look at them as just a number. We know their name, we know their dog's name, we genuinely care about their dog.
We start with meat and vegetables, gently cook them, and add all the nutrients dogs need for a complete and balanced healthy weight. Every package of food is inspected and goes through a number of different quality controls and tests. And it's all human grade, which means it's made to the same safety standards as human food. Then we put it in a box, add the ice, and deliver it right to your door.
It's all done for you. From the moment you order your first box, you have an advocate for your dog on your side.
And it's all human grade, which means it's made to
It's not about what we do to the food. It's about what we don't do that's creating these incredible health outcomes for so many dogs.
It's all done for you.
What started with just Jada ended up going from 1 dog to 8 dogs, then 100 dogs, and now millions.
It's not about what we do to the food. I just feel so lucky that Jada's legacy gets to live on in Darla and in other households all across the country.
We really believe that everybody wants to take care of their dog in the best way that they can. Our mission is just to help them do that.
I just feel so lucky that Jada's legacy gets to live on in Darla and in other households all across the country.
I can't move now. Everybody wants to take care of their dog in the best way that they can. Our mission is just to help them do that.
I just feel so lucky.
Who's coming in the driveway?
My daughter is being treated for leukemia. I hope that she lives a long, great, happy life, and that she will never forget how Mom and Daddy love her. St. Jude, this is what's keeping my baby girl alive. My daughter is...
You can join the battle to save lives by supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. For just $19 a month, you'll help us continue the life-saving research and treatment these kids will need now and in the future.
Cancer makes me feel angry, like not in the, feel on the outside, just the inside I'm angry at.
For just $19 a month, when your kid is hurting and there's nothing you can do about it, these kids will need now. That's the worst feeling in the world.
Cancer makes me feel angry.
1 in 5 children diagnosed with cancer in the U.S. will not survive.
Those that donate to St. Jude, I hope that you will continue to give. They have done so much for me and my family.
Join with your debit or credit card now, and we'll send you this St. Jude t-shirt that you can proudly wear.
Están salvando y la vida de mi hija es una de ellas.
You ready to go have some fun?
When we came here, we didn't know what tomorrow would hold. St. Jude showed us that tomorrow there's hope for our little girl to survive.
Let's cure childhood cancer together. Please, donate now.
When we came here, we didn't know tomorrow, there's hope for our little girl to survive.
Let's cure her childhood cancer together. Please, donate now.
And then just wanted to shade the ground with some surfaces as well. And this is one of my favourite views of the city right here. And the layering that is available is fantastic. You can see the traffic moving on the bridge. One of my favourite viewpoints, this one. And then just wanted to shade the ground with some surfaces as well. And this is one of my favourite. Now look at the spine of our train yard in here. It's about things about some factories, so we're in a super industrial setup. Of course, the naval base is here, the cargo harbour power plant behind us. So I think the factory is possibly in order. There's a few options available to us here. The industrial steel plant, I think, would be quite nice to have. It's probably, I think, a little bit too. So let's assume this industrial road is the data base. This is going to be a pretty uninteresting network, so I think what we will end up doing with this is actually using node controller to just open up the end of the node and let the factory